Hi guys, I'm back. So I sectioned her off and now we're doing our first highlight. We're going to do money pieces, slicing with no hair in between. And I'm going to alternate between the bleach and the neutral blonde. So this foil right here, I'm keeping the comb in place to avoid the slippage. So for this bleach, we're applying the bleach for this foil right here. And I want to see if I can get these money piece highlights done in 15 minutes or less. So let's do this. And as they're processing, I'm going to apply the simple light blonde over the rest of her hair. So she's going to have a really, really nice like light golden blonde. I didn't want to cut anything out. And in my last video, I misspoke. I know I said that the Clairol was a high lift ash blonde. I misspoke. It's a high lift neutral blonde. Ash cuts out the gold. We're not cutting anything out. We're keeping her as gold as possible. So you see in one go, I folded the foil. We did a candy bar like so. We're ready for our next section. And I'm doing the same thing right for this one. So I'm taking my strand of hair and I'm just bricklaying the foils. Doing these big and bold money pieces. We take this. I made sure I got her really close to the root over here. My next highlight is going to be this high lift neutral blonde, and we are just painting it on. And I'm digging with the brush to make sure that it's not patchy. And I'm just going back and bleaching and lifting where the bleach didn't take the first time. And this is absolutely normal, especially if you're starting with a dark base or if you're starting with like your hair being tinted. If you tint your hair, like have many layers of like brown or black hair dye, this is very common. And, you know, so we take the comb out and you see in one go how I'm folding it. And to make it a little more compact, we're just doing these little candy bars. I'm ready for my next section over here. So for this one right here, and I'm just slicing everything. No weave highlight because I want a big and bold blonde pieces. And so, okay, so this right here I see, this is going to be my bleach. Okay, so dab, barely anything on my brush, and I'm just applying the lightener. So you could absolutely go blonde without a blue base, without the ash, especially if you want to go more golden. And honestly, like I'm one of those people that I'm not afraid of warm colors. I love warm blondes in general. Like everybody's doing the ash and the platinum and I'm like, no, I like gold. And most people look better with gold anyways. Okay, so candy bar. Okay, in 3 minutes we placed 3 foils, so we're doing really well on time. This section right here I'm leaving down. I'm going to go back and highlight it. Okay, this is my next bold and blonde piece. Foil. And you see how I'm just keeping the comb to avoid the foil from slipping? So I'm taking my high lift neutral blonde and I'm just painting it on. Getting it close to the root without touching the scalp. A lot of these bleaches that you use for highlights, they're marketed as off the scalp lighteners. And honestly, you can absolutely get close to the root without touching the scalp. It's all about your application. Application is key. And you see how I'm just lightly coating the hair? I'm just lightly feathering on the color. That's what you need to do. Because if you oversaturate it, what happens is that the hair is going to swell. And you're going to get those bleed marks and the patchiness. And we want a nice, clean blonde. I take my foil and see that? Okay, next section. Okay, this is the part where I see that it ended up being rather a little patchy, where it's an uneven canvas, and I'm just... Okay, so I see these, and this one I'm going to weave out because I don't want to overprocess her hair. Okay. So this is where the bleach didn't take. And this is going to be just a partial application with just my basic white cream bleach. And I'm just applying it where the bleach didn't take and where she has that patchiness. And on the blonder pieces, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bricklay the high lift neutral blonde. And let's see, just coating the ends. And let me show you. So you see what I did? Like, it was rather patchy right here, so I put the bleach here, but on the top and on the ends, I put the high lift neutral blonde. So, and it's gonna get her a really nice strand. Let me just adjust my camera. So it's gonna give her a really nice like blonde highlight here, free of the patchiness. Okay, so we're gonna take our foil candy bar like so, and we're ready for our next section. And by stacking the foils like this diagonally, you're gonna get really nice like face framing highlights. And so right here, I see the exact same thing. Okay, so these two are just gonna be my highlight right here. Taking my high lift neutral blonde. We close the foil. Next section. Okay. Oh yeah, I see a stripe right here that the bleach missed. And so I'm just weaving this out and weaving this out. So these two is going to be my next highlight. And I'm going to use my bleach for this one. Okay. Making sure that it's nicely saturated. Okay. So now we're going to take our comb and fold it. Okay. We got a couple more that I want to place on this side of her hair. So yeah, I see a little patchiness here, and I see patchiness here, and I see patchiness here. So these three is what's going to get the highlight. And this one is going to get the high lift neutral blonde. feathering it on, making sure that it's all nicely coated. And I know on blonde hair the bleed marks aren't as obvious as they are on dark hair, but nonetheless, I like to be precise. Okay, so we remove the comb, and with one shot, and this is going to be my last highlight of the section. And this is going to be my bleach, because I see some areas that are really patchy and perfect. Okay. So in just a little over 12 minutes, we were able to get this whole section of her hair highlighted right here. Stay tuned. I'm going to be back.